Is he the best in the world? He might not get the attention of Messi and Ronaldo, but yes, I think he just might be. He has great passing ability, can tackle and scores goals, but most importantly, he gives the players around him confidence and belief. You can't learn that. Players like him are just born with that presence.
If I'm going into a game tomorrow, I'd have Gerrard as my number one pick.
I'm picking Gerrard. He does stuff where he just makes you go, wow, like changes the whole dynamics of a football match.
I always said it, he was one of the players that I would have loved to play with.
I tried to bring him to Chelsea, I tried to bring him to Inter, I tried to bring him to Real Madrid. He refused to play for other big clubs, he refused to play in other big leagues, to play only for Liverpool.
For me, he is Liverpool.
Steven Gerrard didn't slip because he wasn't good enough. He slipped because football is cruel to the people who care the most. If you're a Liverpool fan, this still hurts. If you're not, you remember exactly where you were. Because this wasn't just a mistake. It was the moment a career, a title, and a dream all collided. And it happened at the worst possible time. By the spring of 2014, Liverpool were one step away. After decades of waiting, after false dawns and near misses, the league title was finally in reach. This wasn't supposed to be Liverpool's year, but it became one. Luis Suarez was unplayable. The football was fearless. Anfield believed again. And at the center of it all stood Steven Gerrard. Captain, leader, Liverpool through and through. He had won everything except the one trophy that defined English football, the league title. This was his chance. He felt it. The club felt it. The fans felt it. And that's what made it dangerous. Because when football senses desire, it tests you. The match against Chelsea wasn't about beauty. It was about control, about nerves, about doing the simple things right. Chelsea weren't there to entertain. They were there to survive. Liverpool pushed, Chelsea resisted, and then, just before halftime, it happened. A routine pass. Nothing dramatic, nothing spectacular. Steven Gerrard took a touch, and his foot gave way. In 1 second, the ground disappeared. The ball rolled free. Dembaba ran clear, and the net rippled. Silence. Not the loud kind. The kind that empties your chest. Gerrard tried to recover, tried to chase, but the moment was gone. That slip wasn't just physical, it was emotional, because everyone knew what it meant. This wasn't just a goal conceded, this was a nightmare taking shape. Liverpool still had time, they still had matches left. But belief doesn't disappear gradually, it snaps. You could see it on the pitch, the hesitation, the panic. The same team that played with freedom suddenly looked afraid of its own shadow. And the cruelest part? Steven Gerrard didn't hide. He kept running, kept demanding the ball, kept leading. But football had already written the headline. Liverpool would draw that match, and days later, the title would slip again, not just from the club, from the captain who carried it longer than anyone. The image became iconic instantly. Gerrard on the ground, hands outstretched, chasing a moment he could never catch. And the internet did what it always does. Memes, mockery, simplification. One of the greatest midfielders of his generation reduced to a single second. But that's the part people get wrong. Steven Gerrard didn't cost Liverpool the title. Football doesn't work like that. Titles are lost across seasons, in dropped points, in missed chances, in fragile margins. But moments like this become symbols. And this one stuck because it felt unfair. Gerrard had carried Liverpool through years when they had no right to compete. He dragged them into relevance, into Europe, into belief. And when the chance finally arrived, football chose him as the sacrifice. Because football doesn't reward loyalty, it rewards timing. And Gerrard's timing ran out. He would never win the Premier League. Not with Liverpool. Not ever. And that truth follows him. Not because he failed, but because he cared enough to feel it. That slip didn't define his career, but it became the moment people remember, which says more about us than it does about him. Because we love heroes, but we remember them for their pain. Steven Gerrard gave everything to Liverpool. His talent, his body, his belief. And football gave him one unforgettable second in return. Not to erase what he was, but to remind us what the game really is. Brutal, unforgiving, and emotionally honest. That's why this moment still matters. Not because of the slip, but because it showed how thin the line is between glory and regret, and how even legends can lose their footing. If you want more football stories where one moment changes everything, subscribe. Because this is what GoalLine Stories is about.